Bang, bang. Welcome, week 3, the stack video, where we are going to tell you who and what teams you should stack and why. We're going to start out with our buddy, Dustin Reed. What is your game of the week that you're looking to stack, and give us some reasons why?
So I think it'll be a pretty popular one. Obviously, Kansas City is always going to be one. Playing the Chargers, but I'm going with the Chargers stack. I feel like they'll be playing from behind, but they have a very potent offense. You have Herbert, who's thrown it 88 times in 2 games, so averaging 44 attempts. Hasn't had a multi-touchdown game yet, so I just think he's kind of due. Has a bunch of good weapons. You got a lot of options here that you can go with. You got Mike Williams, who's looked freaking awesome this year. Big receiver that just has been catching everything. Got Keenan Allen over the middle. You know what he's going to do. He's going to get 10 targets and do his thing. You got Eckler that looks healthy. Snap shares of almost around 70%, but he's being used when he's in there. Had nine targets this last week in the pass catching scheme, and as well as him being able to bust some runs. Kansas City's been getting gashed, and then you have Cook at tight end that you can go with. So you got four guys, including the quarterback that you can pick from. Keenan's going to be the safest. I think Mike Williams had the most upside with Eckler, obviously being the mainstay, I think, on any type of stack with that game. It's going to be high scoring, tied for the highest over-under at this point in the week, and they're going to be trailing, so I think they'll be chunking the ball a ton. So I really like that matchup.
Price, who are you looking for? What team are you stacking?
So I'm looking at the Atlanta Giants game. The over-under is only 48. I feel like that's a little low, especially considering the game that went on Thursday night with the Giants and the Redskins or Washington football team. But I love Daniel Jones this week. He's cheap, mobile. I mean, the dude's averaging like 60 yards rushing a game. So it's free 6 points there. Has a rushing touchdown in every game. That's 12 points right there. They have great matchups. I believe both Shepard and Galladay have 2 of the top 10 matchups this week on the slate. So that's pretty tough to beat there. I mean, Atlanta's just straight garbage on defense. Everyone's doing whatever they want against them. And then on the flip side, Kyle Pitts has a fantastic matchup. Evan Ingram's back as well this week, so he should do well. And then if you want to, Ridley, I mean, he's there. We talked about Mike Davis earlier. He's going to get you, I mean, he's like 5,100. He's cheap. Ridley's a little expensive, but I really want to attack the Giants side because it's going to be a Daniel Jones week for me. But I really feel like you use Daniel Jones. You can even double stack with Galladay and Shepard because no one in their right mind is going to do that. If you run it back with Pitts, that lets you pay up for some good running backs there. What about you?
I love that. I love that stack, and I love the run back options, especially of Pitts. It's a great game to stack. Mine is the Vikings versus the Seahawks. 55. Some places have it as a 56 over under. So I love over unders above 50 is one thing I want to target. I think it's going to be a back and forth affair. The Vikings, poor secondary last year, better players, but still performing very bad. Patrick Peterson is the cover 2 corners, not necessarily the thing. Tyler Lockett eats up cover 2. I love running Russ and Lockett and then running it back with a Jefferson, better athlete than Thielen, but both pass catchers are good. On the GPP side, though, I'm going to kind of play both sides of it. Cousins, Dalvin Cook is limited. We'll have to see how limited he is with this ankle sprain, but Cousins is 6,300 on DraftKings. Great cheap price that will allow you to pay up, whereas you're paying 7,600 on DraftKings for Russell Wilson. So on the GPP side of things, if you want to get a little wild and crazy, I would really love Kirk Cousins. paired up with Jefferson, and then run it back with a Lockett. And that's where I'm at with the Seahawks and Vikings. Be sure to follow us at dfsdads.com. This is just a little preview. Our boy Dustin writes up an amazing deep dive. We have a lot of other plays, stacks that you can check us out at dfsdads.com. Take all the research out of it for you so you can just click the picks. Let's go make some money this week, and we're out.